Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief with a new cap that he just acquired with a monster here, and this is called the bathing ape. All right, a lot of you are joining, so let me do a bit of shout out before I update you guys on what's happening with me, your chief, what's happening around the world, what we need to focus on week 18. So firstly, QNet official, Rita, apa kabar? The V official, Lorraine, how are you? Sachin, Ranasab, Sarah, Zalmadi, Assalamualaikum, Mr. Khan. Alright, greetings. I saw Bota, alright. Bota, privyet. Otman, Assalamualaikum. M. Sundar, alright. Sony Pucha, Anki Trok, Abhishek, M. Til Halal Taib, Divya, how are you? Who was before? Mohanite Uganta, okay. Isha Durgesh, how are you? Siranga, Gopi, Kalai, how are you, dear? Alright, AVP Kalai in the house. Alright, Vicky Ras, how are you? Okay, and Rahul, Nikhil, Fazli, Suhail, Assalamualaikum. Leila, Kazakhstan, how are you? Deepak, official 19. Baijan, VEL 576. JR Meyer, my brother in the house, how are you, JR? Alright, Siddharth, Abhi Gupta, Mahesh Basarangi, Anuj. Alright. Greetings, my V family all over the world. I hope the environment is familiar. Your chief is back home. Alright, so firstly, thank you so much for all your love, all your prayers. It was an abundant amount of love, and I'm really grateful to each one of you for your get well soon, stay strong, be a warrior, chief, you know. So my last Instagram live was from the hospital. My Wednesday message from the hospital. I came back yesterday home. It's unbelievable to be home to some level of normality, but I just want to do a big shout out to everyone who looked after me in the hospital, the doctors, the nurses, the frontliners. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Alright, because you guys made my stay comfortable. It's just amazing, guys. My respect, my adoration for the frontliners who are looking after us during this COVID pandemic has exponentially gone up. I feel so bad I didn't realize this sooner, alright? But the master plan has no flaws. So if you have friends, relatives, a hospital nearby your house, whatever you have, do something, guys. Do some rhythm. Send them lunch, dinner, alright? Pre-pack food for all the frontliners in the hospital near you, alright? Coordinate with the hospital and just send food, whatever you can, alright? To show just that appreciation. It makes such a big difference, okay? I am now a COVID survivor, and when I came out of the hospital, JR and everyone else were updating me what's happening around the world. I wasn't so much watching the news while I was in the hospital. I was communicating a lot with Dato Sri Vijay, getting guidance from my upline and mentor, and communicating with as many people as possible around the world. I'm still your chief, I'm still your upline, I'm still here, nothing to worry about. Alright, Dato Sri Vijay built me as a warrior, alright, every single day of my life, and I'm forever grateful to him. And when I came out, yesterday I was starting to watch CNN, BBC, starting to follow up on news, because you know I don't watch news, alright, generally in my life, and I was shocked to find out how bad the situation of COVID is around the world, especially in India. It's all over the news. So I just want to convey my prayers, my love, my sincere prayers to everyone, all right? Especially in India, all right? Those whose loved ones have COVID, Those who have lost their loved ones, I'm so sorry from the bottom of my heart. All right, I just want to give you all my prayers, all my love, all our strength on behalf of Japa, Dato Sri Vijay, our great founders, and all our warriors in QNet, Q Lifestyle, the VQI, the family, the board of directors, the V partners. We are sending our love, our care to everyone around the world who's impacted by this virus, your families and everyone else. Okay, I'm very sad to hear what's happening around the world. We can pray, help in any way possible. All right, contribute in any way possible. Rhythm, pay it forward, guys. All right, we are in a position today, thanks to networking, thanks to Dato Sri Vijay and Japa, we are in a position financially, many of you, to be able to give back to your communities, to your families, to your countries. So please do. All right, so our prayers go out to everyone around the world. All right, so firstly, Assalamualaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Namaste, Vanakkam, Aibowan, apa kabar, Privyet. All right, bonjour, vigets, greetings to everyone around the world, guys. Welcome to my Instagram live on week 18. I think it's week 18. It is week 18. Let me check on my monitoring system where we monitor the BVs every single day. Week 18, guys, which is the first week of rank advancement. I believe the third or fourth week of the rise, raise, repeat bonanza, which is freaking attractive, the bonuses. So don't get distracted. Stay focused on your goals and all that stuff. And today, I want to talk about something which I've learned watching Dato Sri for 23 years. There comes a time naturally in the human race or in our lives, even our organization or a country or community, where you go through a tough time. You know what I mean? And a tough time is like, for me, when everything is just not right for that moment of time. You know, and all of you have been through this, okay? And all of you would sit down and ask yourself, why me? Why my country? Why my organization? Why now? Okay, why is this happening? We sort of question the master plan. Now, I just need you guys to understand the first rule, which I spoke about even on my Wednesday message. There are no mistakes in the master plan. And this is not easy to explain to somebody who's going through a difficult time. So when I was tested positive for COVID, and in that very moment when I found out, all right, my ego took over and I got very upset. And I was trying to figure out why this happened to me, you know. And after that, all of Dato's teachings settled down in me that there are no mistakes in the master plan. And I recognize that, and I have full faith in God, all right, for whatever He has planned for me. And I just have to go through it and learn from it and survive, okay, and do my best. And I realized that these moments of difficulty, these moments of challenges, all right, which happens to everyone. And I cannot even imagine the people who have lost someone they love, or someone they love is on a ventilator or something serious in the hospital. I can't even imagine that situation. All right. And the only thing we can do is convey our love and prayers for everyone around the world. But I realize when you are going through a challenging time, which you will, no matter what it is, no matter what the circumstances are, whether it's a challenge in the network, whether your commission is dropping, whether one of your top leaders decided to make a moronic decision and jump ship, or there is a media challenge in your market, or the publicity is negative, and you're just going through a tough time, guys. I don't know how to explain this to you. The first thing you need to do is stop. Don't overthink. Don't overreact. Stop. Press the pause button and calm down. Because when times are difficult, panicking, freaking out does not help in any way. Let me assure you that the only way is to remain calm. calm and recognize that these are the cards that have been dealt to you. Now you need to manage this tough time. You don't need to react to it. Now the mistake people make is they react to tough times. They react in a sense of panic, devastation. They give up, and slowly what happens is their attitude starts to collapse. The positivity vanishes and they become negative. And this is like throwing fuel into a fire. You know what this means, right? When you have a fire, you're supposed to throw water to kill the fire. What if you throw petrol or fuel? The fire is going to rage even more. And the mistake everyone makes, and I have made this mistake many times in 23 years, and thanks to Dato Sri Vijay, now I'm making this mistake less and less. That is to react to a negative situation. Don't react to it. Don't empower that situation. It has happened. You cannot reverse. There's no time travel machine. Alright? You can't do anything. It has happened. Now you need to learn how to manage that situation. This is the key. Not to react to it, but to learn how to manage it. And the minute you need to take ownership of managing the situation, that means if you see every movie you have watched, every situation, every prime minister and president is either hero worship or criticize based on how he or she manages a situation, not how they react to it. You understand? It's how you manage it, because it has happened. So when I realized that I was tested positive, I cannot reverse that positive to a negative. Alright? Now I need to manage moving forward. Do I go to the hospital? Do I get admitted? Who do I call? Who do I worry about who has been in close contact with me? Do I inform them? Do I send them all for tests? Do I monitor them? Do I communicate with them? Everything. So you learn how to manage that situation. Now the same applies to network marketing. If you have a challenge, you have a crisis, you have whatever challenge, the worst thing to do is react to it. Shout, scream, blame. Alright? That is stupidity. That is immaturity. You need to learn to embrace the master plan and learn how to manage that current situation intelligently without adding fuel to the fire, because when you add fuel to the fire and the fire grows bigger, more people get burned. More people, because you may think that you are reacting to show your passion or intensity, no problem. But what you fail to understand is how others react to your reaction. They may give up, they may quit, they may panic. Oh, why is my upline freaking out? Dato Sri Vijay told me, Patman, the number one role of being an effective upline is to consistently remain calm. And if whatever time you need to raise the intensity, right, it must be a tool and not your uncontrollable emotion. Because that will cause more damage than good. So when I see senior leaders react, it simply means they are not matured enough. It simply means that they have not learned enough from Dato Sri Vijay. They haven't learned how to practice what they preach on stage. Because you got to walk your talk. And the true test of walking the talk is in the middle of an extreme crisis or challenge. That even when you are going through your most difficult time in life, you must have the ability to still be able to inspire those who rely on you. Because you are facing the challenge. You cannot make it their problem. Don't make your problem other people's problems. That if you made a promise to be there for your downlines, to be there for your organization, to always convey positive energy and to always convey passion and belief to the people, then regardless what happens to you, you must still fulfill that duty as long as you are physically capable of doing it. This is very important for you to learn. That the true test of leadership is not when times are good, when times are tough. And a leader who reacts is a failure of a leader. A leader who manages, that's a real leader. So you need to consistently understand that when you face a challenging time, take a deep breath. Calm down. Alright? First, identify all the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? The stakeholders are the people who are impacted by you on a daily basis. I'm talking your family, your kids, your parents, your immediate family, your immediate leadership, your downlines, your global downlines. A lot of people are impacted by you. They are stakeholders in your life. That means whatever happens to you, whether you like it or not, it impacts them. Therefore, you have to manage, alright, who you are, what you do, how you speak, alright, because now you cannot think of yourself. This is the funny thing, alright, and this is one of the greatest lessons I learned from Japa and Dato Sri, that every time you face a challenge or crisis, that is the time or the moment in your life where you become selfish again. So the true test of selflessness, if you look at the stories you hear from Dato Sri about Mother Teresa, alright, Princess Diana. I was watching a documentary on Princess Diana, one of the most amazing women who ever lived. Nelson Mandela, alright, Gandhiji, alright, Sheikh Zayed, the founder of UAE, alright. If you look at all these great men and women of our history, they remain selfless during their most challenging times. It's so easy to become selfish when something happens to you and suddenly you forget everyone who relies on you. You cannot. The true test of networking, the true essence of being an upline, the true essence of the V, alright, that which was established by Japa and Dato, is that we fly information supporting each other and to always remain selfless, right? To give more than you want to receive. To recognize the fact that people depend on you, and therefore, with great difficulty, you still have to put yourself second and put those who depend on you first. And this requires selflessness. You need to understand this, that right now, no matter what you are going through, what is most important are the people who rely on you. That they need, whatever happens to you, they still need what you used to give them. They still need that positivity, that energy, that love, that direction, the redirection, the focus that is required. That you still need to give it to them no matter what happens. And right now, if you are sensing that the globalized feeling or emotion globally is a bit down because of the COVID virus, because of economies collapsing, we have the solution. We are the solution. QNet, the V, is the greatest solution for the human race right now. And you need to communicate it even more passionately. You must hold that flag and wave it high and strong and scream from the mountaintops. Alright? And you need to redirect your organization. You see, when an organization is supposed to look forward, alright? Let's imagine you're supposed to look forward. This is called the Malaysian traffic syndrome, or accident syndrome. In Malaysia, traffic jams are caused when there's a smallest accident on the roadside, because everyone driving will stop to look on their right. They all stop. They all turn this way and they look, oh, what's happening? Oh, what's happening? Oh my God, look at the accident. Oh my God. And it causes massive traffic jams all the way to the back. Alright? Now your network is exactly like the Malaysian driver. They love to be distracted. They are easily distracted. Like that, they can be distracted. With things sometimes nothing to do with network marketing. Nothing to do with QNet. They can still be distracted. We always talk about being distracted by crises that QNet is facing around the world. No, people are distracted by anything. Neighbor fighting, they can be distracted. Family member going through a divorce can distract them. One building in a different country burning can distract them. Alright? And your job, your duty as an upline is to basically take the person and push their head forward. So they keep looking forward, guys. That's the rule. That's the goal. This is what I've watched Dato Sri Vijay do. during our most challenging times. I've seen Dato Sri just redirect all the V partners, redirect the whole QI board, that the whole world is burning to the ground. And he would remind us our duty as an upline, our duty towards the people who depend on us in that moment requires us to redirect everyone. And once in a while, as an upline, as a networker, you need to stand up and say, hey, listen to me. Remember your dream. Remember why we're doing this. Remember the people who depend on us every single day. Remember the promises you made to your family, to your downlines, to your uplines, all right, to your downlines all around the world. Remember that you are a warrior. Remember why you are here. Remember there are no mistakes in the master plan. That no matter what challenge you are going through right now, wake up. Be grateful that it's not worse. Because remember what I told you guys. When I was 6, 7 years old, my English teacher wrote on the board every single day. I complained I had no shoes until I saw a boy with no feet. And I remember that lesson every single day. That I have nothing to complain about. Watching the news today, I am so grateful for the life I have today. That there's nothing to complain about. Because when you hear stories out there of people who don't have oxygen, who can't breathe, who lost a loved one 2 minutes ago, what is there for you to complain about? You need to wake up, smell the coffee. That there's no better time for you to build with ultimate focus, to reassure the people around you that you are with them, that we are warriors, that QNet is the greatest opportunity on the planet, and this is the greatest time for us to build, and we need to make money, raise our checks, so we can contribute back to the people who need us to contribute. Like Dato Sri Vijay says, I want to create millionaires with hearts of gold, who will make a difference, who will build hospitals, who will give ventilators to the hospitals, who will reward the frontliners, who will make a difference in the smallest village to the biggest city in their country. People who truly care. And this is what you need to do. This is what we need to do. You need to redirect everyone. And on this Instagram live, I'm speaking as your chief, as your upline, representing the great ones, Japadas Bismarck, and the one and only Dato Sri Vijay Ishwan. And I'm telling you, refocus yourself. Refocus your organization. This week, week 18, give everyone a wake-up call. Let's stop being distracted by the accident on the left or accident on the right. Unless you are going to get down and help that person. Right? There's no use looking there. Look forward. Focus on your goals, your TAT, your dreams, and the dreams of the people who depend on you every single day. That's what you need to do. Remember what I told you. From the time this pandemic started, we have to recognize that it is no longer a choice for people to join QNet. It is a necessity. This is our time to rise. This is our time. So wherever you are watching this from, whether you're watching it from Senegal, Ghana, alright, Cote d'Ivoire, Tanzania, okay, whether you're watching it from UAE, Saudi, alright, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkey, whether you're watching it from the whole of Europe, Indonesia, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Pakistan, alright, Vietnam, the whole world, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, alright, Algeria, Lebanon, every single country around the world, listen to me. This is our time to rise. This is our time to raise people. This is our time to recognize the fact that we have a God-given opportunity that can make a positive difference in the world. Whether you are in Burkina, wherever you are from, do not be distracted by the negativity, but focus on your stakeholders. Focus on the people who rely on us. And remember, Sudan, to remain selfless and never become selfish again. Because no matter what happens to you, count your blessings. That we are still alive. That we can continue to make a difference and fulfill the vision of Dato Sri Vijay. That's what I need you guys to do, guys. Wherever you are in the world. This is week 18. Refocus your warriors. Bring your generals together and tell them it's time. It's time not to look to the left and the right, but to look forward. It is not time to walk. It is not time to crawl. It is not time to run. It is time to fly. As Dato Sri Vijay says, why crawl when you were born to fly? Right? So whether you are in Tajikistan, wherever you are in the world, wake up this week. Do it for your people. Do it for your family. Do it for the frontliners. Raise your checks. Allocate a percentage of your weekly commission and give back to your community. Feed the frontliners. Alright? Buy oxygen machine, ventilator machine, even one machine you can afford. Buy it and give it to a hospital that needs it. But before you can do that, raise your checks. Raise your weekly BV. Raise your organization. Raise your leaders. It is our time to rise, raise, and repeat. It is your time to shine. And I am with you every single step of the way, guys. This week 18, let's show the world what Dato Sri Vijay built. Not networkers, but warriors who are going to create a revolution of positivity. And remember, the people who depend on you every single day. No matter what happens to you, it cannot change your obligation and your duty towards the people who depend on you every day. So this is your chief saying, I love you. I am your upline. I was born a warrior, built by Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran. Week 18, show the world who we are. Stop crawling and start flying. Love you guys.